The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister could not care less about Ukraine. He only cares about the fact that he's losing the carbon tax debate so badly that he would suggest that anyone who's against the carbon tax is against Ukraine. The exact opposite is true. He's not bringing in a free trade agreement with Ukraine. We already have a free trade agreement with Ukraine, which Conservatives initiated and he had no part in. So will the Prime Minister stop trying to distract from his losing debate on the carbon tax and on the suffering Canadians here at home, and finally take responsibility for all the misery he has caused?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Now, not only does the Leader of the Opposition thinks he knows better than everyone else in this House, he thinks he knows better than Volodymyr Zelensky what Ukraine needs right now, because President Zelensky and his government are asking us to pass this modernizing of Canada-Ukraine's free trade deal. And the Leader of the Opposition is saying, no, 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 we don't support it because it imposes a carbon price on Ukrainians. Of course, the fact that the Ukrainian embassy is pointing out that no, it does no such thing, and indeed they've had a price on pollution for years now, is proof that he's just trying to make an ideological argument.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
His ideological argument is that he would block selling Canadian natural gas to force Europeans to buy Russians' gas. He would give the money to the Kremlin rather than giving it to Canadian workers. He exported a gigantic turbine to Putin to pump gas into Europe and fund the war over there. Meanwhile, he opposes a carbon tax here at home. He can try all he wants to impose the carbon tax through a trade agreement or by delaying the carbon tax election. But here's the fact. I will win the carbon tax election, and I will axe the tax. When will he get it through his head?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we recognize that even as the world is in a complicated place because of multiple global factors like Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine, we need to stay focused on being there for Canadians both now and into the future. And that's exactly what we're doing. Our recent fall economic statement delivers more housing for Canadians right across the country. It delivers stability and competition in grocery prices, and it builds on the jobs and careers that Canadians are going to be able to benefit from in a net zero world. The Conservative Party's climate denialism is not building a stronger economy for Canadians.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Well, that got him to back down real quick, didn't it, Mr. Speaker? We know this Prime Minister is ashamed of the hideous record he has of sending 2 million people to a food bank, of doubling the rent, of making it so 9 out of 10 young people cannot afford homes, where there's a massive increase in the number of people who have jobs that have to resort to breadlines in order to eat. He doesn't talk about the middle class and those working hard to join it anymore. He's trying to distract Canadians every day and every way from the misery he has caused at home. Why doesn't he take responsibility for that misery and finally do his job?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives have made a choice to look at Canadians who are struggling right now, who are hurting right now, and they've made the choice to amplify those fears, to exaggerate them, to gin them up, to make them angry about everything and point out that everything is broken in this country. Well, I disagree, Mr. Speaker, both with the substance of his argument and the way he's going about it. I know what Canadians are doing. They're rolling up their sleeves. They're leaning on each other. They're building that better future by fighting climate change, by investing in their neighbors, by being there to support each other. He might want to run on anger in a couple of years. We're going to run on a positive, ambitious vision for this country, which Canadians